If you live in Nigeria, you already know this sound. The low hum of the generator starting. In fact, for many of us, that sound has become the unofficial background music of our daily lives. We hear it in the morning, at night, meetings, weddings, probably funerals. But here's the strange thing. Nigeria actually has power stations. But why are we living like electricity is still a luxury?
The transmission company of Nigeria has announced that the national grid experienced a partial disturbance at about 1:50 p.m.
We examine why Nigeria still struggles to power its economy.
Many Nigerians saying they pay so much for so little power supply.
The light has been
The tweets speak for themselves.
Price is low. I just give them money to go and buy candy.
If I must have light in my house, it means I must buy 1,500 naira fuel to run my gen.
In this video, I'm going to talk about how exactly electricity is supposed to work in Nigeria, where exactly the system breaks, and why fixing it is a lot harder than you think. You understand why the problem is not just incompetence, it's structural. Nigeria has a population of over 200 million people, but on a good day, the entire country produces about 3,500 to 5,000 megawatts of electricity. To put this into perspective, South Africa generates about 40,000 megawatts of electricity with a much more smaller population than ours. Experts estimate Nigeria needs at least 40,000 megawatts of electricity just to function normally. Electricity works in three major ways: generation, transmission, and distribution. Okay, first, power is generated in plants using gas or water. Then it travels across the country through high voltage transmission lines, then finally gets stepped down and delivered to homes and businesses. If any one of these stages fails, the entire system collapses. Nigeria has over 13,000 megawatts of installed generation capacity, but less than half of it is actually available. More power plants rely on gas, and when gas pipelines are vandalized or unpaid for, plants shut down. So even when gas stations exist, fuel shortages keep them ideal. The national grid cannot carry enough power. Even if Nigeria generated 10,000 megawatts today, the grid could not deliver it reliably. Transmission lines are old, overstretched, and vulnerable to collapse. One fault can plunge the entire country into darkness. Distribution companies struggle with old transformers, electricity theft, unpaid bills. Many Nigerians don't have meters, so they receive estimated bills. This creates anger, distrust, and refusal to pay, which then starves the system of money. Nigeria's power sector is trapped in debt. Discos don't collect enough money, so they can't pay gen cost. Gen cost can't pay gas suppliers, so the gas is cut off. This circular debt keeps the system permanently broken. Generation and distribution were privated, but transmission remained government-owned. So private companies depend on a weak public bone. Without strong regulation and investments, privatization alone cannot fix electricity. But yes, new laws now allow states to generate and distribute their power. Solar mini grids are already powering markets, estates, and rural communities. Decentralized electricity may finally be Nigeria's breakthrough. Nigeria's power problem is not simple. It's a mix of infrastructure, fuel, money, and politics. But understanding the problem is the first step toward fixing it. If you made it this far, thanks a lot for watching. You can get the references in the description, and also a 19-page PDF that I put together contains lots more information about the Nigerian power supply.